Thank you for tuning in to Moon Stars in the Sky Tarot. This is going to be the 2021 yearly reading for Taurus. I'm going to give you one tarot card, one spiritual message, and one love message for every season. I'm going to start off with Capricorn season because it is in January. The tarot card is the Six of Wands. This is going to be a time where you're going to be networking a lot. You can make very good friends with people in your industry, and when it comes to your career, very strong connections with people. So be sure to socialize, even if it's online, with people who are in your same industry. I also feel like this is going to be a very positive time, a very social time for you. Generous time. You can be very giving at this time, and people can be giving to you also. A good time for reciprocation. Also a time where you may receive some kind of recognition or reward. If you're in a relationship, this can be a time where you and your partner are definitely focused on building together. I see reciprocation between you and your partner, and I also feel like there's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of love, a respark in the connection, a lot of movement, in the sense that you'll be more social, going out more, and spending more time together. Trying to get to, like, almost like you're trying to get to know each other again. It's going to be a very nice, energetic time for you. Do be mindful of being a bit aggressive or of getting angry at small things, because this passionate energy can create more aggression in you. If you're single, this can be a time where you meet a lot of different people who are very social, who are very good type of people, people with good energy. It could be a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Somebody who's very passionate, who has a strong will and character. Somebody who can be temperamental at times, and somebody who's just very passionate about life. This can be a good time for you to put yourself out there, because I feel like you will be getting a lot of attention. So do take advantage of this time and socialize however you can. Your universal spiritual message is attack pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. And your love message is let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Now for Aquarius season, your tarot card is the Sun card. This is going to be a time where the spotlight is on you. A lot of positivity, a boost of energy, a respark in your life. This can also be a time where you can move forward very easily because people are very receptive to you. You're very magnetic at this time, and things can be coming to manifestation for you in a tangible way. You may be able to see the results of things that you have been working on for some time, or something that you had envisioned can come to fruition, can come to light for you right now. When it comes to your love life, this is going to be a very joyous time, a very passionate time, very positive time, very positive energy between you and your love. And this can also be a time where something that you've been trying to make a move on, whether that be moving out together, getting engaged, getting married. This can be the time where you are able to set those plans, where you're able to set a date, where you're able to move forward with your partner. Very easygoing energy. This can be a time where you and your partner compromise in a very loving way. So if there's something that you've been trying to introduce to them or to get them to do, this would be a good time to bring it up, because you may get a positive response. And if you are single, the spotlight is definitely on you. Very magnetic, very attracting. You can manifest the type of person that has all of the qualities that you've been looking for in a partner at this time. Especially for those of you who wrote it down or envisioned it or spoke it into existence, this can be a time where that person comes directly to you. I also feel like you will have a lot of admirers. You're going to be very positive at this time. Positive vibes, positive energy. Your universal message is, I am unapologetic about what I desire and trust that what I focus on will grow. Your love message is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. For Pisces season, the Knight of Swords. This can be a time of a lot of communication. Pay attention to any emails, mail, text message, phone calls that you may be receiving, because you may be receiving some important news, some news that may help you make a move when it comes to your career, some news that there's a new option available for you. Also, this is a good time for research. If there's anything that you've been trying to inquire about, you may be able to get the answers that you've been searching for at this time. When it comes to your relationship, be mindful of any petty arguments or misunderstanding, miscommunications that you may have with your partner. Small petty miscommunications can get out of hand and you continue to argue with your partner about it or be on a negative footing with your partner. So try to avoid those things, but if you can avoid that aspect of it, just know that the communication is going to be very free-flowing and very open. You're going to be able to talk about things at this time that you may not have been willing to talk about prior, and that may also be your partner. A good time to reach a compromise with your partner. If you are single, this is a time where you may be attracting air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody who is idealistic. They are flighty at times if things are not going well. People who wear their heart on their sleeve, in the sense that they are very blunt in the way that they communicate, very straightforward with their communication, very honest people, logical people, lighthearted when it comes to their way of showing love and emotion. And this can also be you communicating with many different people, socializing with many different people. Be sure to listen more than you speak at this time so that you can avoid any misunderstanding or miscommunications. My fearless freedom lights up the world. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. When it comes to Aries season, you have the Star card. This is a month where something that you have been hoping would come to fruition comes to fruition. And it's going to be exactly what you wished it was. Exactly the same way that you might have spoke about it or thought about it, that's exactly how it's going to come to fruition. This is definitely something that you have envisioned or spoken about. Something that is also emotional. Something that will bring you emotional fulfillment and a lot of happiness. It could be also that something from the past that you really wanted before can come to fruition now. Something you could not do or an option that was not available could be available now. And it leads you to a lot of joy because you're able to move forward in that process in that way that you couldn't prior. For those in a relationship, this is a time where whatever you've been wishing would happen in your relationship can pretty much become tangible at this time. If you've been wanting to make moves, if you've been wanting more commitment or some kind of stability or support, it can really come to fruition for you now. Just try to remember what it is that you were asking for and see if it manifests this month, because I really feel like it has a very strong wish fulfillment type of energy for you. And if you have not been wishing for anything, what would you wish for? Make a wish at this time because it can really come to fruition for you in every aspect of your life. For those of you who are single, it can be that the type of person that you've been wanting to manifest comes to you at this time. Somebody who meets most or all of the characteristics that you wanted in a person. All the things you've envisioned in the type of partner that you've been wanting to manifest, they could really have that. And this can become a situation where you end up in a relationship with this person. I feel like the ideal person for you is going to come in for you. When I lean on creativity and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual paths. For Taurus season, the Three of Wands. This could be a time where you may travel. You may have opportunities also present themselves outside of the state or the city that you are in. A very good time to make connections with people of other places. And this could also be a time where your perspective on life starts to change. You start to have a more open mind about how you want to move forward. There may be a change in the way that you view things, in the way that you do things moving forward. You may be more expanded when it comes to your vision. That will then subsequently help you manifest in a different way and work in a different way. If you're in a relationship, this may be time where you and your partner start to think further in the future. You may be wanting to really relocate with your partner somewhere, a different city, a different state, or you may just be making plans of going on vacation. This can also be a time where you and your partner start to think about the relationship in a different way, in a way that will help it to be more open and more progressive, or in a way that makes it more easier going. This can also be a very passionate time between you and your partner, a time where you're really out and about enjoying life. If you're single, this can be a time where you connect with people who are of different backgrounds or live in a different state. Maybe even foreigners, foreign to you, foreign other side of the world. This may be a time where your usual type may not attract you. You may want something different. You may go for something different and have good luck when it comes to that. And maybe somebody of a different culture or of a different background, of a different upbringing. I definitely feel like you are going to be exploring your options when it comes to your love life at this time. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. For Gemini season, the Tower. This is going to be a time where you are going to go through sudden changes. Anything that's no longer helping you grow, that you have been trying to hold on to, will probably fall at this time. Anything that no longer resonates with you on an emotional level, and that could be a career, a relationship, a friendship, anything that's no longer resonating with you on a heart level, will fall at this time. This is also a good time for personal transformation. Anything that you have been trying to work on physically, like if you've been trying to get in shape or anything like that, this is a good time to start that. And also, this may be a time where you start to have a different perspective on how you want to move forward in life. If you are in a relationship, this could be a time where you may end up going through a breakup or going through a break with your partner. Some of you may not end up breaking up, but you may end up trying to rebuild the relationship in a different way. It may be that certain things are no longer working out for you and your partner, whether that be in the emotional or financial department. There may just be some changes that need to be made in order for things to move forward in a better way. And I feel like this is definitely going to be the time that it's going to happen. And if there is something that you've been wanting to change in this connection, this would be a good time to introduce that change, because the energy will be complementary. If you are single, this can be a time where you decide to stop dating and work on yourself, make some changes in your personal look, or it could be changes in the way that you view relationships. Definitely a transformation on how you're going to approach relationships moving forward. Also, you could be changing your mind on the type of person that you want to attract in the future. It may be that you are no longer interested in the same type of people. I feel like you may be changing your mind about what it is that you want or what type of person you want. My vibes speak louder than my words. Attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. When it comes to Cancer season, you have the King of Swords. This is going to be a time where you're going to be seeing things very clearly. You're going to know what direction you want to go in, and you're going to be very strategic about going in that direction. I feel like you're going to have the skill of communicating very straightforward with people and getting the truth out of people. This can also be a time where truth comes to you. Something you've been wanting to know or something that you've been wanting to understand may become more clear at this time. Also, I feel like this is going to be a time where you feel much more mature and much more stable in what it is that you're choosing to do moving forward. If you had any doubts about how you're going to approach something, this is going to be a time where you become more clear. Also, a time to pay attention to all forms of communication and a time to avoid any type of petty arguments. If you are in a relationship, this is going to be a time where you're going to be more logical about how you move forward with your partner, more lighthearted and flirty when it comes to the emotional aspect. This is not going to be a heavy month. The communication is going to be very easy between you and your partner at this time, very mature, very understanding of each other. If you have been trying to reach a compromise or an understanding, this is a good time to have that conversation. And if there is something that you wanted to know, this would be a good time to ask them. You may receive the answer that you've been asking for. If you are single, this could be a time where you are attracting people who may be slightly older than you, or older in general, or more mature than you if they are your age. Definitely somebody who is already stable, established, mature, somebody who knows how to communicate. This is definitely someone who can be an air sign, a Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Someone who is lighthearted when it comes to the emotional aspect. Someone who is detached emotionally, a straightforward communicator. And definitely somebody who knows what they want. I am the dreamer of the dream. Children, your love life is being affected by children. For Leo season, Queen of Cups. This is going to be a time where you're very supported by everybody around you, whether that be co-workers, friends, or your relationship. You're going to feel like people are really understanding of you. And I feel like you're going to have a very strong connection to those around you in an emotional way. You're going to be more understanding, and there's going to be more support, more love. You can grow closer to people at this time around you, especially on an emotional level. You can really get to know them. When it comes to your relationship, this may be a time where you receive an offer from your partner for more commitment, or they may take on some responsibility in order to help you out, in order to show you that they love you. Their love language may be that of being supportive emotionally by helping you with something that you may be struggling with. This can also be a time where your connection grows very strongly with your partner on an emotional and spiritual level. You may get to know each other more. And this can also be a time where you discuss having a family, or how you want to move forward with a family, with your family that you may have already. For those of you who are single, there's an offer coming in for you from somebody who you may be dating, or a new person, an admirer, somebody who wants to connect with you on an emotional level, somebody who is genuine. They come from the heart. They have a genuine interest in you. And this person may be someone who already knows you, somebody who is around you, or who may be a friend, because I definitely feel like they are emotionally invested in you. They can be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, and they can be somebody who is very intuitive, empathetic, and emotionally intelligent. When I lean toward love, I am led. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. For Virgo season, the Emperor. This could be a very good time for you to start a business. I feel like you're going to be in a leadership role at this time. You can get a promotion at your job if you have a job. And if you are at your job, you may be very respected at this time, very appreciated at this time, and people may be looking towards you to lead them. When it comes to your relationship, this could be a time where you are definitely in a position of authority. It may be that your partner is more willing to compromise with you on certain things that you want to do because they see that you have a vision for what it is that you want moving forward. I also feel like you'll naturally just be attracting more things to you at this time that put you in a position of power, especially if you have been lacking stability and security. This can be a time where you really become more stable in your life in general, in all aspects of your life. I feel like a very strong grounding is coming in. For those of you who are single, this is going to be a time where a lot of people are trying to come into your life because they see that you are somebody who is going places. They may be interested in you in an intellectual way. And these could be people who work around you also. People are going to be viewing you as somebody who is a prize, somebody who they should get next to because you're a very interesting, dynamic type of person. You're going to be very magnetic at this time. So take advantage of it. And your status may go up at this time also. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. For Libra season, the Hermit. This is a very good time for meditation, contemplation, spending time on your own, becoming more independent, and just working on your spirituality in general. You may be choosing to work alone when it comes to your career or your business, or to keep your business moves or career moves to yourself at this time in order to really work behind the scenes. When it comes to your love life, if you have a relationship, you may be spending a lot of one-on-one time with your partner and not really socializing with the outside world, just wanting to be one-on-one with them and just sharing most of your time with them. Or it could also be that you are spending time on your own, trying to become more independent, trying to do more things without your partner at this time, especially for those of you who may feel like you've become too dependent on them. This may be a time where you turn to spirituality in order to gain that independence again. For those of you who are single, this is going to be a time where you may choose not to date. You may choose to work on yourself and become an introvert. Work on your spirituality, work on your goals. And I feel like whatever it is that you're trying to work on at this time, you're going to see things very clearly. The more time that you spend on your own, the stronger you will become and the clearer you will see what it is that you want moving forward and what direction you should take. I choose to learn through love. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. For Scorpio season, the Moon. Your intuition is going to be very strong at this time. You're going to be very emotional and very connected spiritually to the people around you. I feel like you're going to be very empathetic and very understanding of each other. I also feel like this could be a time where you may be a bit moody, so do be mindful of that. Be mindful of the ups and downs when it comes to your mood. Try to balance that out somehow. If you are in a relationship at this time, this could be a time where you are very open about how you feel about things with your partner, very willing to compromise, and you can also make a lot of moves for the future right now. I also feel like the emotional bond is going to become stronger between you and your partner, and that's what's going to make your partner trust you more and want to move forward with certain things more at this time. You can really build a lot of value with the emotional aspect at this time with your partner. For those of you who are single, you may be attracting people who are more emotional, people who are more open about how they feel, who are more straightforward about their feelings, people who wear their heart on their sleeve, people who are sensitive. You may make a strong connection, strong, meaningful connection with people at this time. And you may start to befriend somebody who will later on potentially become a partner. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. For Sagittarius season. The Five of Cups. This is going to be a time where you may be letting go of things that no longer resonate with you on an emotional level. If it's a career or a job, you may be either letting it go completely to follow something else that does resonate with your heart, or you may be cutting out certain things that you no longer feel are realistic or you may no longer want. When it comes to your relationship, you may be viewing your partner differently at this time. There may be some misunderstandings on an emotional level, or your partner may not be accountable or responsible for certain things that they said that they would be. And that may lead to disappointments. But just know that all is not lost. This is just going to be a rough patch that you go through with your partner. There is still value there. If you are single, this can be a time where you either stop dating somebody who you've been dating because they may have showed you a side of them that you do not like on the emotional level, or you may have figured out that you and this person are not compatible enough to move forward. Or it could be that this is a time where you start to feel like it is hopeless and you don't want to date anybody anymore. Just know that there is value there and there is somebody coming in for you. You need to keep the faith. Just allow this negative moment to pass by. Joy is the ultimate creator. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Thank you for watching Moon Stars in the Sky Tarot. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.